Hey guys, so I'm here to talk about Peak Design Backpack compared to the Nomatic Backpack. Um, I'm going to start out with the Peak Design because I'm pretty sure that came out first. Um, and I've also owned that one the longest. And then the Nomatic I've had for about a week now. I'm not going to go super deep dive into the Peak Design bag because I try to keep my videos about stuff that hasn't gotten much attention, like my last video, the Peloton Asphalt. So I probably want to talk a little bit more about the Nomatic because I haven't seen too many videos about that. They have some for the travel pack, but not for the backpack. So I'm just going to talk about this one, focusing mainly on my perspective on the bag. I'm not a professional camera person. So if you're interested in buying this bag, you need to understand that it is designed specifically to carry cameras, camera attachments, and camera accessories. And if it can hold anything else, it's just a byproduct of it being a bag that you can just fit stuff into. But everything about this bag is designed to carry camera equipment. Um, I think it's like 230 bucks, 240 bucks. I don't regret buying this bag. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It's a really well made bag. The fit and finish is amazing. Quality of materials is amazing, and the design is really, really good for carrying camera stuff. It doesn't really do well carrying just different kinds of loads that you might have. So I'm just going to try to focus on what it's like for a non-camera person carrying stuff in this bag. You've already seen this. It opens the top. This is really small, the opening at the top, and it's not really designed for you to use this method to load stuff into the bag. This bag is designed to hold stuff this way, stacked into nice little cubes, lined up horizontally. It's not designed to carry stuff this way, and that's like one of the biggest drawbacks of trying to use this bag for non-camera stuff. I mean, yeah, you can gut the whole thing, and then you can load stuff in this way, but then everything is just everywhere in here. The best way I can describe using this bag would be like if you threw a couple of notebooks, some pens, and some chargers into a shoebox and put that on your back. That's kind of what it's like to use this bag. It's just not meant for that kind of stuff. And yeah, you have some organization. And I'm one-handed again. Everything organization in this bag is on the sides in these made for camera parts bags. Like this stuff is made to carry extra camera batteries. Maybe this is perfectly sized for like a camera cap or a camera lens. Like literally everything about this bag and the company is designed for camera stuff. And that's not a knock on the company. They know what they're doing and they do it really well. Because this bag, like I said, it is amazing. I don't feel like I wasted my money on this bag. I got what I wanted out of it. This is tailor-made for extra batteries for cameras. And it's even color-coded to show you, like, hey, this is red, this stuff is dead, these are full batteries. So, I mean, just know what you're getting into if you're going to try to pony up for this bag. It's expensive, and you get what you pay for, and it's really, really high quality. So this is kind of what after many iterations, because like I said, it's not made to carry regular stuff. And because organization, this is all I had to buy this extra little pouch to fit my extra cables, battery bank, and dongles. And I don't regret buying this either, because like I said, they make some really, really high quality stuff. It's not made to carry everyday things, even though it's called the everyday backpack. No, it's an everyday backpack for cameras. And this stuff is like my little tool pouch for if I have to change my tire on my bike or something, and I got a little air pump here. So this is kind of what my setup eventually looked like after a few iterations. And then I'll occasionally have to carry shoes. So what I was doing is I was closing it here, and I was putting my shoes in this way, and they would kind of come almost to the top here. And you know, one of the reasons I was sold on this bag, if you watched one of their videos, they do like really good walkthrough videos. Like, hey, how do you carry stuff? Like, look at all the stuff you can put in this bag. And they do a thing where he puts his shoes in this way. And I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna be able to fit my shoes in. This is incredible. So I went to put my shoes in, and that's kind of where it goes. So it didn't work out for me. I'm a size 12. One of the problems with this bag is how rigid it is. So it always looks full, regardless of what you're carrying. But there's not really a lot of give to the bag. So once you start loading stuff into here, and you close this, you're losing a lot of space this way. So suddenly you got about, it probably comes into about here. So you got like from this gray spot all the way to the other gray spot, which you probably can't see. So it feels like you're running out of space quick with this bag. Even though it looks big, I always, every time I pack this bag, I always felt like, man, I should be able to fit more stuff in here. For some reason, it just doesn't feel like I can carry a lot in here. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about what it's like to pack for this bag. Oh, these side pockets here. All right, so this is probably my favorite thing about this bag. These giant side pockets. You could fit like a person in here, basically. And it's got a little magnetic thing, like magnets, man. I mean, just put them everywhere in the bag. It just makes everything so much cleaner. I don't know why more people don't do it. Like the Velcro thing in bags have, or just like the mesh thing that other bags have. That doesn't look nice. Like this looks nice, man. Like damn, this is just really nice. And then one of the things, and these handles are amazing, by the way. They feel like really good. Stuff that I didn't really pay attention to before in other bags, and now I do because of this bag, is the hardware. So these things, all right? Everybody else uses whatever off-the-shelf plastic, like hardware. It's not even hardware, it's just plastic. Like for here, the compression strap, all aluminum, actual hardware, like custom, like made, man. Like that stuff is like awesome. So now when I look at another bag, I'm like, the first thing I go to, I'm coming here, I'm like, ah, it's just plastic. Like, especially if it's over a $200 bag, I'm like, damn, I want more than just plastic, man. And it's because of this bag. Like, it's got the little hooks here, which if you've seen their videos, you know what this is for. Once it's on your back, you pull this a little and it just releases the tension, and so you can just swing it around. And this little chest compression thing is like kind of ingenious, and I really, really like it. Yeah, I like so many things about this bag, except that it's made for camera gear. This is ingenious, the way these come out and hook into the sides here. It might be a little hard here. No, I'm not gonna be able to do this. It's a little snug, but there's these little loops on both sides of the bag, where if you have something really long, and again, because it's made for camera gear, this is made for a tripod. So you would put that here and it sticks out, and you could hook this in, but I would use this for my umbrella, even though I didn't need it because it's super deep. Like, look at my hand. My hand's pretty big. That is a huge side pocket. And then, you know, downside of that is that it sticks out a lot even when it's empty. So like if I'm on the train, I got to take it off and like put it between my legs. Otherwise I'm going to be in the way of people trying to get out. Because there's no way to like compress this because it's so damn rigid. This is as big as it always is, whether you're carrying stuff or not. Like there'll be times where I had like a folder, like something I had at work. I had to print something out. I had to carry like a binder or something, and I had nowhere to put it in this bag. Like there's the laptop sleeve. That's the only place where it goes to the bottom, and it's suspended, so I mean you can drop this and it won't hurt your laptop. But it's really snug back here, especially when you got stuff loaded here. Like you're not gonna be able to you'll maybe fit a thin folder in here, but if you got like one of those nice leather portfolio thingies, that's not going in here. If you have a laptop, that's not gonna happen. So you got to figure out, you have to gut the inside, like take the Velcro pieces out of there, and then try to load it in either this way or deal with this thing and with the small opening up here and try to get it in that way. But everything about this bag says load me in horizontally. But that's it. I brought my bike, so the U-lock fits in here beautifully. Peak Design, if for whatever reason you landed on this video, You made a really, really nice bag. Super high quality, really well designed. But if you can make a backpack for not camera stuff, that would be amazing. Which is a good transition into the Nomatic Backpack, which came out after the Peak design and borrows a lot of things from it. Like seriously aggressively borrows, and I'm okay with it because that is so well made that if you're gonna borrow from anybody, yeah, borrow from this guy, because damn, like these things here, they're almost exactly like the Peak design. These guys, you see that? It's like one for one, except for the color and the stitching. It's the same stuff, which I'm okay with because it feels really nice. And then these guys, see that? Does that look familiar? Check that out. Although the ones in the Peak design feel a little nicer because they use more of that like seatbelt material, so it's a little smoother, and this is a little bit rougher. But yeah, they're basically the same. On the internet, this kind of looked kind of cheap. I thought it was going to be that thin material, like those puffy jackets that have that really thin like layer on the outside that feels like if you just rub your nail on it, it's going to like peel off. But no, this is thick. This is like a thick material. And nothing about this bag feels cheap. And then one of the things that I was hesitant on this bag, because I think I noticed this bag really shortly after I got this one, was the side pockets. Because I ride my bike. So the first thing I think about when I see a bag is, where can I put my U-lock? Because I don't want to put my U-lock inside of the bag. I mean, to do this with. Okay, so there it goes. It's been winter time here, so I haven't ridden my bike. So I don't know how this is going to hold up. Like it barely fits. Like it's barely in there. Like I can hear it screaming when I put the U-lock in here. I don't know if this is gonna give, like after a summer of riding. But I'm gonna try it. I was happy that this fits, but I'm nervous about what it's gonna mean after 3 months of having this heavy U-lock in this I can barely hold on to it pocket. So we'll see. But it does fit, in case you were wondering. And this doesn't snap back like it does in their videos. It kind of hangs out open. It's not a big deal. I just kind of give it a little push and it just snaps back into place. Yeah, so let's get on the inside of this bag. So here's one of my most favorite things about this bag right here. Boom. This thing is like amazing. So you get 2 mesh pockets here. So I got my thingamabobs here. ID badge, keys for my office, the little notebook I carry all the time, which rattles around in here if I ever try to put it into one of these things. It's like perfectly designed for something like this. It just slips right in and it's out of the way. I mean, it's beautiful. 2 pen holders. I only carry 1 pen. This one's for my whatever. Tissues. And I carry a pack of gum in here, but I'm out at the moment. And then you get this really nice pocket back here. It's small, but I just throw my little doodads in here. I got extra cleaning wipes. I think I have these little alcoholic thingies. Alcohol wipes. And then I have my little attachments and dongles and stuff. This is my Jaybird, micro SD to USB, and then my hex locks for my bike. Somebody tried to steal my freaking front fork. They were undoing the hex screws to try to take my whole front end off of my bike. Those bastards. So I got these hex locks things. I don't think I'll do a video about that, even though it's not really talked about. I don't know if that's really my thing. I don't know. Let me know if you want me to do a video on the hex locks bolts, if anybody cares. But yeah, I got more room here to put stuff. And then up here, this is a little RFID pocket, but I don't really worry about that. So I put my my earphones in there. And then my extra tips right there. Cool. This is amazing.
You know, if you saw my Peloton asphalt video, you know I'm all about organization. And this is like, what's up? Like, and because of how well this is thought out and organized and made for not cameras, I don't have a need for this pouch anymore. Which is a shame, because this is a really nice pouch. I just like how this feels, man. Like, the wax canvas thing going on. Like, you hear that? As nice as that sounds, man, it feels better than that. Man, that stuff's killer. But I don't mind switching over to this thing. Once I started packing this bag out, I was like, man, I got all these extra pockets. I'm like, let me just empty out that pouch. And then sure enough, I'm like, man, I got all this room now for all these activities, right? So yeah, that's that front pocket. Really nice, really well made. And then one of the things that stands out as a really good bag design is when it feels like the person who made the bag actually filled out the pockets. Because a lot of these designer bags, like Mission Workshop, they do these pockets, but it looks like, I mean, if you see their product walkthrough videos, they fill their pockets up with cardboard cutouts of stuff because that's all that can really fit in those bags. In those like thin pockets in the front. Bags like that, they don't take into account what a bag's gonna feel like once you start filling out those pockets. Like if you have pockets that overlap each other, you fill up the one in the back, and you can't use the one in the front anymore. Or if the whole front is a pocket and you put stuff all the way bottom, you don't have access to these pockets anymore in the front because everything is stuffed forward. It doesn't feel like they thought about what the bag's gonna feel like once you start packing it full of stuff. They just designed it to look good, which is a big no-no. So not only does this bag look good, once you start filling out all the pockets, it doesn't feel like you're losing space. So here's the whole bottom part. So that's the whole thing that opens up, okay? I have this tech compartment. These are Velcro pieces. Oh, by the way, does this look familiar? Check that out. That's exactly the same. And I'm not complaining. That's some good Velcro, man. So let's talk about organization, yeah? So, tech pocket. I have my charger. I carry my mouse in here. And then I have this one that's empty because, like I said, I have so much space that I actually have empty spots here. Up here, I got my multi-tool. Down here, I put my keys in. Now the Nomatic comes with like a little thing that hooks onto here, so you can like snap your keys in. But that's annoying to me. So I can just open this up while I have it on one arm, and then just put my keys in there. Over here, I think I have this empty as well. And then up here, I have my iPhone charger. And then here, I carry my handy little wipes. I use this more when I ride, so I can kind of wipe down when I get to work. And up here I have my battery bank, which has a pass-through, which leads to this front little pocket here. It's small, it's a mesh pocket. There's a good amount of room here to stack something up this way, so I can actually fit my pair of shoes. Like, where'd my pair of shoes go? I can actually do something like that, and I can still get this to close. Like somehow this bag is smaller. This is like a 20 liter, and it expands to like 24 or 25. This is a 30, expands to like 34 or something from the top. But somehow I feel like I can fit more into this bag just because there's more place to put stuff in. If that makes sense. Yeah, like just this organization, man. Like what I meant about how you can use pockets and not feel like you're losing access to certain areas. Like none of this feels like bulky. Like you see all the stuff I have in this thing. Like that's as big as it is for me. I have this stuff here and I have all that stuff in the front, but this isn't like, you see how it's not bulging out of one area specifically, because it's everything is so spread out evenly. That's like one of my favorite things about the bag, man. Like it's just nothing is getting in my way. Like I don't ever have to move something out of the way to get access to a pocket, which is one of the most amazing things about this bag, which I had problems with this one all the time. Like, I got to move something out of the way to get to what I'm looking for, or if I have something on this pocket, I gotta go close this one and then open this side and then get it off of that side. it's a small thing, but if you've done it like 20 times in a month, you're gonna start to notice that you're doing it, and it's gonna start to annoy you. So I don't have annoyances with this bag yet, and I've only had it, like I said, for about a week, and it hasn't stood the test of time with these side pockets with the U-lock. So maybe I'll do a follow-up after once it gets nice enough outside where I can ride my bike again, to see how it's holding up to both the U-lock and then my awful sweaty body when I use my bike. That reminds me, check this thing out. It still looks totally fine. Like this has survived a whole summer of me riding, and I sweat like a freaking pig. And this thing still looks like brand new. Like these little ribs, these kind of were always there, so that's not like wear marks. These are just always present. So this thing has held up remarkably well to hanging out on my back while I ride my bike. Another high point for this bag, seriously. This one, I don't know how it's gonna do. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a follow-up. But yeah, organization, 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 and then you saw the front pocket. Just organization all over this bag, man. These zippers are a little tough. It has multiple ways of opening, 2 ways of opening, not multiple. You saw the main access one. So if you just want to get to your laptop, you don't have to open it all the way. Just open the top. Now you get to your laptop hanging out back there. And you get to your mouse right here. You don't have to open up the whole bag. So top loading, and you can also side load if you want. The thing about my keys, so when I have it on my back, I just kind of open it up here. I do one of these, and that's it. I can get into my side pocket here easily. Pull out my keys, do what I gotta do, put my keys back in, and just pull this down, and I'm done. I'm ready to go. This handle feels amazing, by the way. This guy, like, look at how like meaty that looks. Like that feels like great. The compression straps are fine. They're plastic, which I would have not commented on had it not been for the Peak design with their nice aluminum hardware, custom made. This just feels like an off-the-shelf slide hook, which is fine. You know, this works fine. It looks fine. Everything is fine. This I did steal off the Peak design because it is a little more expensive. So maybe they had, you know, you can tell where that extra money went. So something like this is needed to keep this guy from flapping about when you have it, you know, on your chest. So you just kind of pull that and it keeps everything nice and clean from like flapping about. So this is not part of the Nomatic backpack. This has a custom dealie like the travel pack. I think it has this as well. So this can go up and down, adjust based on how you're wearing it. These feel nice. The Peak design feel sturdier, but it doesn't mean this one feels cheap. This feels fine. I haven't had any problems. It feels great on my back. These things feel fine. They're soft foamy. I don't know how they're gonna do as far as absorbing my god-awful sweat when I start to ride my bike. So I'm worried that these might stain once they get soaked and then dry off. So yeah, we'll see. You get a secret side pocket here, which I haven't used for anything because it's a secret pocket and it's kind of a pain to get into. Yeah, I don't know what I would use that for. Secret side pocket. You have another one on this side. Again, borrowed from Peak Design, which I'm okay because it feels great. One of the small problems, I don't have a place to put my bike lock. Not my bike lock, my bike light. There's no place to strap anything externally on this thing. Yeah, this is reflective, which is, I guess it's fine. I just wish I had something out here to tie something into. But that's it, man. This is probably my favorite bag so far. Now, if you've seen my other video, you're probably going to say, man, you say that about all your bags. Well, hopefully, if I'm getting a new bag, it's because it's better than my last one. So I should always be saying, hey, this is my favorite bag now every time if I make more videos of bags that aren't as popular. This thing here goes all the way around. This is for the expansion, so this just pulls open, so you get an extra 4 liters if you need the extra room. What else? These zippers are really close to each other, so when I open this one up, like something like that, and I go to close it, I'll always grab this one by accident and then start doing this. And I'm like, why isn't this closing? I'm like, oh, I got the wrong zipper. God damn it. So yeah, I do that like all the time. I still haven't figured that out. See how close they are? So yeah. Both really, really, really good bags. This one is made for camera gear. And then if you happen to have other stuff, you guess you can throw it in here, but it's not going to handle it well. This is made for regular stuff. This is my favorite pack. Even though the fit and finish on this one is better, this can accommodate the stuff that I carry a lot more. And like I said, it feels like I can carry more stuff in here just because of how well the pockets are laid out. Like stuff isn't on top of each other. Everything has its place. It feels comfortable on my back. If I had some pet peeves with this bag, it would be that it falls forward on me a lot. So see if you can see that. It leans forward a little, and if you don't have a laptop in there, it's gonna tip forward. It's just gonna do one of those. So it's holding firm now because I have the laptop back here, but if I took it out, this thing will fall forward. Not a big deal, just, you know, it'll do that. Let me go back here. So you'll notice this also doesn't have a place to put my bike light, but guess what? Let me, excuse me. Let me grab this sucker. Okay, sorry, here, this guy. I'll loop this through, and I'll loop it across and hook it onto this one, so I'll have a strap going this way, so I'll put my bike light, like, right there. That's the only reason I use this for, really. It's meant for external carry. If you watched my Peloton Asphalt video, you'll notice that I had a problem with the chest compression. That thing was bulky and ugly. If those guys are watching, this is how you do that kind of design. See how slim that is? This just hooks in to the thing and you're done. Okay, that's it. I didn't want to shortchange the Peak Design backpack because, like I said, it's really, really well designed. Like the stuff this bag does, I feel like, you remember when the iPhone first came out and they invented like the scrolling list with the momentum and stuff? That's what this bag feels like. It's like, man, that's obvious. Other bags should have been doing this for forever. But they don't. Maybe now more bags will adopt some of the nice creative solutions that Peak Design figured out. I know this one does because it's borrowing a lot of stuff from the Peak Design, which I'm okay with. This is it for sure. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll hang around the comments like I said before. But yes, highly recommend. And if you're going to buy this, check for coupons because I found one for like 15% off. So yes, highly recommend. Highly recommend if you have camera gear. Otherwise, not so much. Peak Design, please make a bag not specifically for cameras. That would be awesome. That's it. Thanks, guys. Hey, sorry, I forgot to mention that the Nomatic Backpack comes with more than one insert. These things Velcro to the back. It's got like an organizer dealie going on. And a thing for clothes or shoes. I have the tech pocket in here right now, which gives me that little extra organization stuff going on. That's it. Just didn't want to leave that out. Thanks.